Hello, welcome to lesson 7. Now in this lesson, we shall see how to control the angle of rotation of servo motor with the help of Arduino programming. This lesson is really very interesting and you will enjoy using the servo motor with Arduino. Just by writing a simple program in Arduino, we can control the angle of rotation of servo motor in different steps and different styles and all that. I am your instructor Dattaraj Vidyasagar and let us move this lesson. As you know, this video lecture is recorded in high quality stereophonic system. So I suggest you use earphone or headphone to listen to this lecture. Now the material that you will require in these projects, because we will be studying three different projects in this experiment, in this lesson. So the material is Arduino Uno, then the data cable, some jumper wires, breadboard, and there will be two more accessories in this lesson. The servo motor SG90. This is a miniature type of servo motor that is included in your kit and that you have to use. And along with that, you have to use 10 kilo ohm or 100 kilo ohm potentiometer or preset. Note down this. I am repeating. You will require 10 kilo ohm or 100 kilo ohm potentiometer or preset. Any one of them will do. So if your kit contains a potentiometer, then it's okay. If your kit contains a preset, it will be a small blue color preset with 3 terminals and a screw on its top. So that is called preset. So this material you will require in this lesson. Now this is the servo motor SG90 that you will require, and it has got these here there are different accessories available with the servo motor. These are called couplers, which you can couple on this part of the servo motor and then apply the screw so that you can use this servo motor in a robotic arm and different types of applications you like. This is actually the 10 kilo ohm or 100 kilo ohm preset. There is one screw over here at the top, and these are the 3 terminals. This is first terminal, second terminal, and third terminal. So these 2 extra items you will require, and the remaining you know how to use them. This Arduino Uno, then data cable, then jumper wires, breadboard, and all that. So let us move to aim of the experiment. In these experiments, because we will be studying 3 different experiments in this, we will study 3 different methods of controlling servo motor, and of course along with that we will study how to write the programs. I will give you the ready-made program here, but in that ready-made program I will explain each and every code line so that you should be able to understand what is the meaning of that and how to change the code line depending on your own requirement. So let us see the practical demos first, because once you see how those 3 different circuits work, you will be able to get the idea that how to proceed with it. So I will show you the demos first, and then we shall move to the explanation of each of the circuit, its connection diagram, and along with the program required to control the servo motor in different styles.
This is the first part of our lesson. This is basic servo control. Now here you can see I have connected the supply to this circuit, and the servo motor is rotating in 90 degrees and then coming back. This is its original position, then it turns in 90 degree, then 180 degree, then back to 90 degree, and then 0 degree. So in that way we have to see how to write the program of this circuit. Now this is the second part of this lesson. In this circuit we can control the angle of rotation of the servo motor with the help of this pot. So I take this pot and now I rotate this part. So as you can see, I rotate this part, the servo rotation angle changes. When I am rotating in anti-clockwise, the motor rotates in anti-clockwise direction. Then I rotate it in clockwise direction, so the motor also rotates in clockwise direction. So clockwise, anti-clockwise. So we have to see the program of this part of the lesson also. Now in this third part, this is the servo motor, and the orange wire of servo motor is connected over here at pin number 0 of Arduino. And now I connect the data cable to the USB port of the computer, and see what happens. The servo motor will start rotating very smoothly. It will restore to its original position, and see how the rotation is going on. The style of rotation is now quite smooth, from 0 degree to 180 degree, and then from 180 degree to 0 degree back. Now in such case, in this project, if you install or fit one CCTV camera on this arm, then the sweeping of the CCTV camera will be quite smooth, and you will be able to visualize the complete scene in 180 degree in front of that CCTV camera.
So you have just watched all those practical demos. Now you must be quite excited. So we shall turn to first part of this lesson. In this part, we shall see basic program, very simple and basic program to rotate the servo motor in different angles. For this, we shall use this connection diagram. See, this will be the connection diagram. This is the servo motor, and this is Arduino board. So let us see it in large size here. This is the servo motor, which has 3 terminals here: orange wire, red wire, and black wire. What you have to do first, that you have to connect this black wire through a jumper wire to this GND terminal on the Arduino Uno board. So connect black wire of servo motor to GND terminal, then red wire of the servo motor plus 5 volt terminal. Remember, these connections are very important, because any one of these connections gets wrong, our servo motor will deliver some smoke out of it, and it will be permanently damaged. So be careful about using this servo motor. And then the orange wire of this servo motor, you have to connect here to digital pin 0. Connect orange wire of servo to pin 0 of Arduino Uno. So once this connection is done, your circuit is set up now. Now what you have to do later on, that this is the USB B socket. So you have to connect the data cable over here and connect the other end of the data cable to your computer USB port, and then we have to use the program, and we have to upload that program into the memory of the microcontroller here, and then the servo motor will start rotating as per the angles set by you in that program. So we shall of course see the programs also, but first we shall see all these 3 parts and their connection details. So let us move to the second part of this lesson, and in second part, here we shall see how to control servo motor with a potentiometer or even a preset. For this, we shall use these connection diagrams. This is the connection diagram shown with a pot here, and this is the connection diagram shown with the preset here. We shall see the larger view of these both connection diagrams. Now this connection diagram uses the pot here. This is the pot, a potentiometer. A pot has 3 terminals. So first what you have to do, you have to take the wire from 5 volt terminal of Arduino and connect it to one row over here on the breadboard. In our last lessons, we have seen how to use the breadboard. So if you are confused with these connections, then you will have to refer to our previous lessons. So this 5 volt terminal is connected to the one terminal of the row here, the lower row, and then the GND terminal, that is the ground terminal, connected to the upper row here. So once you connect GND terminal over here and the 5 volt terminal here, then this complete row carries positive supply, 5 volt supply here, and this complete row carries the GND supply, that is ground terminal, negative terminal. What you have to do, you have to connect the first terminal of the pot to positive line, that is plus 5 volt line, 5 volt line simply, and then the last terminal of this pot you have to connect to GND line on this row, and the middle terminal of the pot is connected to A0, that is the analog pin of Arduino. And in the same way, these are the 3 wires of this servo motor, and the orange wire of the servo motor you have to connect to pin number 9 here, and the red wire to the 5 volt row here, so that this red wire will be connected to the 5 volt supply, and then the black wire or the brown wire you have to connect it to the GND line, that is this upper row, so that it will be connected to negative terminal of the Arduino board. And then you have to connect the data cable over here and upload the program in this Arduino microcontroller, so that this servo motor will rotate as you rotate this pot. So in the same way you can use the preset also. This is the connection diagram of using preset to control the angle of rotation of servo motor. So in this diagram, this is the preset. It has got 3 terminals, the first terminal, second terminal, and the third terminal. So we have to connect first terminal to the 5 volt line here, the third terminal to negative line here, and the middle terminal of the preset you have to connect to A0. So as you will rotate this screw on the preset, the servo motor will be controlled, and the angle of rotation of the servo motor can be controlled with the help of this screw. So this is the second part. Of course, we shall see the program of this also. Then we move to third part. In this last part, we shall see how to control servo motor with smooth rotation. Because in these two parts, you will observe that the servo motor has some jerks while it is rotating from one point to another and sweeping a particular angle. But in this third part, we shall rotate the servo motor continuously and without any jerks. And due to that, the smooth rotation of the servo motor will take place. And this type of servo motor rotation is particularly used in CCTV camera rotation. For example, as I told you, that this is the arm of servo motor. Along the servo motor comes with different accessories. So you have to connect this arm over here. And if you fix your CCTV camera, for example, on this arm, then what will happen, as you upload the program in the memory of this microcontroller for smooth rotation, then this arm will rotate in 180 degree smoothly and along with the CCTV camera. So it will sweep a complete angle of 180 degree, and you will be able to visualize the movements through that CCTV camera. So in that way, we have to see all these 3 different parts of this lesson. And for this circuit, this third part, the connection diagram is shown here in a larger view. Connections are same, just like the connections used in first part. You have to connect the orange wire to the pin number 0, digital pin of pin number 0 here. Then red wire to plus 5 volt supply, that is 5 volt here, and the black wire or the brown wire you have to connect to GND. So in that way, these are the 3 parts, the connection diagrams of these 3 parts we have seen, and while watching this lecture, I suggest you to note down these connections so that you don't have to watch the details in this video lecture again and again, but you can refer to points you noted down on your paper. And here I again repeat the very most important point, and that point is, if the servo motor doesn't work properly in a project, there might be the chances that when you work on servo motor, some Arduino boards may not respond to servo motor properly at pin number 0. So if you are connecting the orange wire at pin number 0 of Arduino board, possibly it may not work, or it may work but with some problems. So in that case, don't get panic about that. What you have to do is simply remove the orange wire from digital pin 0 of Arduino board and connect it to pin number 3, 5, 6, 9, 10 or 11 of Arduino board. Of course, when you change the connection of servo motor, particularly the orange wire, then you have to change the connection details in your program also. And when you change some details of connection details of the servo motor in program, then you have to upload that program again into the memory of the microcontroller. So now let us see the programs, all the 3 programs of part 1, part 2 and part 3. Now to see the programs and upload these programs into the Arduino board, what you have to do, you have to go to our website at www.vsa.edu.in public codes, and that page is password protected, so you have to enter the password VSA2020. This password is case sensitive, so type VSA capital then 2020 and then just press enter so that the page will open. So once the page opens, what you have to do is to download all those programs. Those programs are given in sequence, lesson 1, lesson 2 and all that. So as you download the programs, you will see the folder of the programs as I am showing it over here. So this is the folder in which you will see all the experiments. Right now there are only 3 experiments available here. I am working on the remaining lessons of this workshop. So this is our the folder of servo motor program. So open this folder. Now there are 3 programs over here. Each program and the related connection diagram and all those details are included in every folder. So this is the basic program folder. In this is the program file, Arduino file, and how to connect details are given. This is the pin configuration of servo motor. Red wire to positive, black wire to negative, black or brown wire, and the orange wire to particular digital pin of the Arduino board. And then this is the practical connection diagram, which we have just seen in our practical demonstration, and this is the connection diagram. High resolution connection diagram is given in every program folder. So you don't have to panic about what are the connections and all that. Everything will be smoothly working. You just have to concentrate on your project and work on it accordingly. So we go into this first project here, basic servo project. So I open this project now in Arduino. It takes some time, and once this program is loaded, we shall see each and every code line and understand the meaning of that code line here. So this is the program, this is the human comment, and after that we have included this very first line. Okay, so as you know, this is written like this: hash include, then a space, or you can even not apply space, that doesn't make any difference. Then within the bracket I have written servo.h. See, S of this servo is capital, so that this word has turned into orange color. So this is the header file which I have included in this program because I am using servo motor in this program. Now there is one data type also. This servo is also known as the data type. So I have used data type as a servo. Note down this point. In last lessons we have seen different data types like int and float and short and long, and there are many other data types also. So likewise, servo is a data type, and this data type I have used for a variable, just a single character I. So I is a variable for which I am taking the data type as a servo. So with this line, what will happen? The Arduino will create variable in its memory, means a space in its memory, and assign that variable with the letter label as I. Then we come to the next part. This is the first function in Arduino, void setup. Now in this function, what I have written is another code line, I.attach, and in bracket I have written 0. This is because we have connected our servo motor's orange wire to pin number 0. So whichever pin you are using and whichever pin you are connecting the orange wire of the servo, you have to mention that pin here, this bracket. If you are connecting, say, the orange wire of the servo to pin number 9, then just write over here 9, so that the program will understand that the orange wire is connected to pin number 9, and from number 9 the signal will be sent out into the servo motor. Here we are using now pin 0 because we have connected the orange wire to pin 0. And these are the other details, these are the human comments which I included, and we already discussed about that. In some cases, if your servo doesn't work properly, then you have to simply change the connection of orange wire, one of these pins. Suppose you connect the orange wire to pin number 10, then what you have to do? You have to change this value to 10 over here. So accordingly, you have to connect the orange wire anywhere you like. Then we come to this last part, that is void loop. Now in void loop, we are going to rotate that servo motor different angles. So here in every bracket here, I.write and the bracket, and there is a value, numerical value, integer value. So this value simply tells the Arduino to rotate the servo in that particular angle. So the very first line in every servo program should be this, I.write, that is I is our variable which is assigned with a data type of servo. So I write here I.write, means I am telling the Arduino that in I variable you have to write the value as 0. So accidentally, suppose your servo motor stops somewhere at a different angle, then at this first line of your program, what will happen? The servo motor will restore back to its initial position, as we have seen in our practical demonstration videos. So with this line, the servo motor will restore, that is, it will reset to initial position. Then we are giving certain delay, say 2000 millisecond, 2 seconds. Then there is another line, I.write 90, means we are rotating the servo motor by 90 degree. Then again a delay of 2000 millisecond. Then I.write 180. So the servo motor will rotate again in 90 degree. Note this point. First I have written I.write 0. So it restores to its initial position. Then we rotate it to 90 degree in this line. Then we want to rotate that servo motor again in 90 degree. So we have to write here 180, not 90, because the servo motor rotates from 0 to 180 only. Servo motor never rotates in 360 degree. So when you want to rotate the servo motor in higher angle, then you have to write down the value of higher angle in the next bracket over here. So here the servo motor will rotate, means it will restore. Here it will rotate in 90 degree. Here it will rotate again in next 90 degree. And here what I have written, see, I have written 90. So after completing 180 degree rotation, it will come back to 90. So remember this point. If the value of the angle which you are using in a particular line is less than the previous value, in that case the servo motor will rotate in backward direction. So here I written 180 and here I am writing 90. So the servo motor will rotate back in 90 degree. So in that way we can rotate the servo motor in different angle, and that way we can control angle of rotation of the servo motor as you like. You can even write here just 1 degree. That will do. The servo motor will just rotate in 1 degree only. Then you can give it a delay, and again 1 degree, again 1 degree with a delay every time. So the servo motor will show you small jerks and it will go on rotating by 1 degree at every code line. So here it is 90 degree. So in that way this program completes, and you have to upload that program into the memory of the microcontroller by connecting the Arduino board. But before connecting it, you have to check on this tools, and then the board here, it should be Arduino Genuino Uno or simply Arduino Uno, and you have to see the port. Right now I have not connected my Arduino board to data cable to this computer, so it is this port menu is showing dim. So whenever you connect that, it will show you that which particular COM port it has taken, and after that you have to upload the program. So in that way the servo motor will rotate in the given angles. You can change these values. We shall give you some assignments regarding that. So you have to work on this program in different way. Play with this program, add different values, and note down your results, that how the servo motor rotates. Now we turn to the next program. Now this is the pot controlled servo motor program. Open this folder which you downloaded from our website, and this is our Arduino program. These are the connection details for the pot and the preset. Then again I have included this pin configuration of servo, because I am very much cautious about this, that there should not be any kind of mistake at your end, and you must not face any problems of damaging the servo motor. So I have included that, and then we open this controlled servo program. See, in this program, this is the human comment, and then we again included the header file servo.h. Now in this program I have not written any human comment here, because I hope you are now being able to understand the code lines. Then I use this servo data type, and I included one variable I. So I created a servo object here. Then I am using one more variable here. It is pot pin, that is the potentiometer's middle pin. So we have just seen in the connection diagram that we connected the pot pin here to pin number 0, that is A0. So this point is called as the pot pin. So we have to use this one variable pot pin, and it is now assigned to A0. A0 means the analog input pin of Arduino board, and the value which we will be storing in this pot pin variable is just integer value. So I have taken the data type as int. Then I have taken another variable, that is pot underscore voltage. We can use underscore special character in the variable name. So we have used another variable here, pot voltage, because as you will change the position of the pot, as you will rotate the pot, the voltage on the middle point of the pot will change. So we have to note down that voltage also and store that value in this new variable, this pot voltage. So these are the two variables here used, and then I go to void setup here. In void setup, we have attached this servo motor with I variable to pin number 9, because in this I have used pin number 9. You can use pin number 0 also. So if you use any other pin, you have to change this value to that particular number. Now we come to the last part of this, and that is void loop. Now void loop, in this there are 4 code lines. There are 4 code lines written. The first point is pot voltage, pot underscore voltage, which is this variable. And in this pot voltage, see what I have written, the code line is pot voltage is equal to analog read. Analog read is a function. By default, it is available in the Arduino software, and this function tells the Arduino microcontroller to read the pot pin voltage, the voltage on the middle pin of the pot in analog style. So as we will rotate the pot, that value will be read in analog style with the help of this function. Then I have written another code here. Pot voltage is equal to map. Map is another function used in the Arduino, and with this function what I am telling the Arduino here, that map the pot voltage here and map it in 0 to 1023, because if we are using 8-bit or 16-bit binary code, then as you know, for 8-bit the value of the entire binary number will go from 0 to 255. So naturally for the larger binary values, say 9-bit, 10-bit, 11-bit, 16 bits, the value will proportionally increase. So with this pot voltage 0, 1023 and 0, 255. So with this line I am telling the Arduino that the pot voltage is to be mapped from 0 to 1023 and it has to be converted into 0 to 255. So the mapping will be done here and the pot voltage will be recorded from 0 to 1023 in binary style, and it will be converted to control the servo motor from 0 to 255. And finally I have written this line, I.write pot voltage. So this pot voltage value will be actually written in the servo motor, and this variable will control the servo motor in a particular angle. So every time all these lines are executed, I am giving a delay of 15 milliseconds just. So due to that, what will happen? The servo motor will rotate proportionally as you rotate the pot. And if you are using the reset instead of the pot, in that case also the connections are same. The connection details are given in here, but the program for that is again the same. So you use either the pot or the preset. For both conditions the program will be same, and the main thing is that you have to connect the orange wire to pin number 9, the digital pin in Arduino. So this is the second program we have seen. Now we turn to the third program. I do not save these changes, and then we come to the third program here and we open the folder of third program. That is the third part of this lesson, smooth rotation of servo motor. Here again the connection details are given. This is the practical demonstration actual photo. and this is the connection diagram. This connection diagram is just same as our first part of the lesson. Now we open this program, and in this program this is the human comment as usual. Then the important note is given here. It's just to explain that this code and this application, this particular connections and the project is used to control the CCTV. This type of code is used to control CCTV camera. The CCTV camera is fitted on the arm of the servo motor, and the motor rotates from 0 to 180 degree and then from 180 degree to 0 degree to watch the entire area with the help of CCTV camera. So these are the code lines. We start with this line, hash include servo.h. So with this I have included the header file, and then I have taken the data type as servo here, and servo space I, since I am using I as the variable, and I have created the servo object with this code line. Then we have taken another variable position, because we have to control the position of the servo motor, and the position of the servo motor is to be controlled in this with the help of this variable, but in int style. So I have used the data type as int, and initially I am storing a value of 0 in this variable position. So I write here position equal to 0. So Arduino will create a space in its memory, label it as position, and will store a value of 0 in that memory space. Then we come to void setup. Here only there is one code line, I.attach 0, means with this line I am telling the Arduino that my servo motor is connected to pin number 0. The orange wire of servo is connected to pin number 0 of Arduino Uno board. Here also I have written the problems which you may face. So if you are using pin number 3, then use I.attach 3. If you are using pin number 5, then use the code line as I.attach 5, and so on. Now we come to the last part, is void loop. Now here I have written the for loop. We have seen in our previous lessons about for keyword. So in this for loop, what I have written, see, this is for, then in bracket position equal to 0 is about, I am talking about this variable, position equal to 0, semicolon, this is semicolon not comma. So position equal to 0, semicolon, then position is less than or equal to 180, means I am giving the angle, and position plus plus. Every time the position variable will be incremented by 1. So first the value of the position variable will be 0, then in the next rotation of the for loop it will turn to 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 180, and when the value of position variable becomes 180, this for loop will end and it will jump into this for loop, the next for loop. First see this for loop. In this for loop I have written I.write position. So generally what we wrote in our previous programs, we wrote some particular value, I.write 0 or I.write 90, I.write 180 or something like that. But here we have changed the style of this code. Here I have written I.write position. So whatever may be the value stored in this position variable, that value will actually be written, that value will be actually sent to the servo, and accordingly servo will rotate in that particular angle. And every time we have given a delay of just 20 milliseconds to slow down the rotation and make it quite smooth. And then we have given a delay of 1000, means when the motor will go from 0 to 180, the motor should stop, at a particular end, and then once this for loop is complete, it will jump into this next for loop, and in this for loop we have reversed the condition. Here position is equal to 0 and here the position is equal to 180, because within this for loop our servo motor has reached from position 0, that is from 0 degree to 180 degree. So in this next for loop we have used position is equal to 180, then position is greater than or equal to 0, and position minus minus, just like here we use position plus plus, so we are using position minus minus. So with this minus minus value, the value of the position will change from 180 to 179, 178, 177, likewise down to 0. And again I am writing the same code line here. I dot write position. So whatever may be the value of position in this for loop, that value will be actually written in the servo, and the servo angle of rotation of the servo will change with the help of the value stored in this variable position. So again I am giving a delay of 20 here, and once the servo motor rotates from 180 degree back to 0 degree with a delay of 20 millisecond in every step, after that when it reaches to 0 degree we give it a delay of 1000 millisecond, that is 1 second, so that the motor will stop again at its initial position for 1 second, and then again it will continue from 0 to 180, it will stop for 1 second, then 180 to 0, again it will stop for 1 second, and the sweeping of the servo motor will continue in 180 degree. And if you fix a camera on the arm of the servo motor, CCTV camera, then you will be able to sweep the entire area in front of that camera at a very smooth style, and you will be able to visualize the scene in front of that camera. So with this, these are the three programs which we studied, and I hope you will be able to work on this, and you can download all these folders from our website and work accordingly. Play with these programs, change the values, and try to create your own results. Note down those results whenever you are changing the programs values in different ways. You have to note down these values and the results on a paper and study them, so that it will be overall study of Arduino to master the skill of programming and practicals in Arduino. Again I repeat here, you can download the programs from our website www.vsa.edu.in/course. Don't give a full stop over here in the link. I've written it here because we are working on a slideshow. And after you go to this link, you have to write down the password. It is case sensitive, VSA2020, and press enter. Open the page. In that page you will see the list of all those experiments. Just click on that link and the downloading will start. So with this we come to the end of this lesson. If you still do not have the kit and you really want to work practically with Arduino, and I insist to work on it practically, because just learning Arduino theoretically is not of any use in your future career. So if you want to really purchase the kit, and believe us, we really supply very best accessories in that kit. All those accessories are fully tested, and since we only supply and we are not the manufacturers, we cannot guarantee that every component will work, because whatever that may happen at your end, but we insist to purchase the kit. You can place the order on our website. Just go to this link www.vsa.edu.in/kit. So with this we come to the end of this lesson. Thank you. Visit our website www.vsa.edu.in. Vidyasagar Academy, trusted name in education.